What's going on, guys? Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading, hanging out with the Bossy Beeves. I know we've been MIA for quite some time, but I did have, some opportunities come up that I couldn't say no to. But I'm all settled in and we are back in action. We're going to dive right into a collective message around the divine masculines. I've been picking up on karmic cycles ending. A lot of the masculines are in a lot of heavy regret. You're not looking back, divine feminine. I feel like this is kind of an energy that your masculines are going to have to sit with. It's just part of the scales balancing. But overall, I do get this reset, okay? Pressing reset on the connection, okay? Certain things might feel like it's coming back full circle for you and your masculine to experience something new. But I feel like fog. It's uncertain right now of exactly how that's going to come together or how communication is going to come together or look. But I do get very, very heavily that right now we're in that period of watching that tower crumble, okay? Hearing the cracks in the foundation is what I'm getting. Let's see what's going on with your masculine's energy, okay? We have twin flames coming through. Many of you in the collective could be feeling this as well, okay? A lot of you can feel your masculine's energy. For the divine feminines, you feel desired by them, okay? You don't feel like in a chaser energy. You don't feel worried. You don't feel anxious about the connection. You are allowing yourself or the energy in itself to, I feel like, balance out. A lot of you feel very sensually desired by your masculines as well. But with twin flames, I feel like you're allowing it to brew, or the universe is just allowing things to brew. But the divine feminines can't help but pick up on it as well. So this is a confirmation for many of you where, again, there's that like reset button on this whole twin flame journey. Many of the karmic cycles, they're coming to an end because karmics themselves are realizing that it's like no matter how many cycles they go through, a lot of the patterns repeat, okay? So a lot of the same arguments, a lot of the same struggles, a lot of the same, I feel like, arguments as well, back and forth. And many of the divine feminines have a lot to do with these conversations that keep coming up in the divine masculine's life with the karmic partner as well. And that also has a lot to do with some of the endings that are happening or what's causing that foundation to be faulty in the first place, okay? We also have trust in divine timing, and we have nurture and compassion. This could be something that your masculine deeply misses about you, and it's something that they are realizing that it can't be replaced, okay? Many of them chose another karmic situation over just being triggered by this connection to you. It's too intense, and oftentimes that's designed so that you two are able to go through your karmic cycles on your own. That's why many of you will come together very intensely, and it's often a soul shock when you have to separate, because why separate when this energy feels so genuine between you? But I feel like that served its purpose, okay? Many of you came into physical contact with your divine masculines, and I feel like that energy that you exchange with them in the physical, they're having a hard time replacing that feeling, okay? They maybe came in there and thought that it was just going to be completely physical with you. In the past, they've been able to control that or even use their sensual energy to control others. But I feel like the exact opposite happened with your masculine. They opened up Pandora's box when they came in your direction, okay? And I do foresee a warning as well. Many of you might have told them, you don't want to come in my direction and be physical with me. Be careful. Be careful of what it is you're doing if you want to exchange sexual energy with me. But I feel like a lot of your masculines became really arrogant, very cocky. And it's like misusing magic, right? You want to play with magic and you misuse it and you don't know what you're doing. It could backfire severely. And part of that backfire, I feel, is like a lot of your masculines, they thought that they were going to come in there and just have their world rocked, and they were going to be able to go off and talk about it, about this great experience. But I feel like the truth of the matter is they're left feeling empty without your presence, without your energy. And I feel like a lot of the divine feminines is like, I warned you. I did warn you. I did put out a warning. But I feel like, again, they were too arrogant. They were too cocky. They thought that they would be able to control their feelings toward you. But they can't. That's why a lot of these karmic situations are falling through. I'm hearing romantic karmic partners are very well aware that There is a reset coming on this connection. There's nothing that can stop communication. There's nothing that can stop the divine masculine from reaching out to the divine feminine, even if it's not in a romantic way, like just reaching out and communicating, period. Like, I need to make contact with this person because like my soul won't let me move forward if I don't. Okay. And that's why I'm saying there's a reset, because a lot of you are breaking that kind of karmic tie, that karmic hold over the connection. For a lot of you, I feel like you've had separation and it's been for a really long time, and karmic energies have been very heavy and in terms of interference with this. But the interesting thing that's happening is like this energy cannot be replaced. The masculines cannot stay away from this. The same kind of illusions that have been put around the masculine and this karmic, it's almost like a block. I feel like the divine masculines are the ones that are breaking it, because this can't be felt with the karmic partner. It's already too late. The divine masculines already, they already took that risk of passion and came towards the divine feminine. Okay. And this reading is going to be really specific to those of you who have had physical contact with your divine masculines. If you have, it doesn't matter if they go back to a karmic situation or not. If they do, just kick up your feet and wait for the cycle to end. Don't be fooled by the illusions of thinking that it's, the end of the road. With twin flames, it's never the end of the road. That's why the divine feminine never panics. You don't chase. You just kick your feet up and you continue to focus back on self. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me? Allow your divine masculines to see the lessons for themselves. And many of you have. Many of you turned inward and decided to pursue just your own goals, your dreams, knowing that the cycles would complete itself. You're learning what you need to learn out of this regardless. Many of you are empresses. You don't compete, you don't pick up weapons to fight, you don't do any of those things. A lot of the karmic energies, they've thrown a lot of spiritual attacks your way, but I feel like a lot of you, you're prepared in different ways. You're not afraid of solitude. Many of them tried to push you into a place of loneliness, solitude, isolation. But I feel like that is this divine feminine superpower. You have such a close connection to nature that you're never alone. You don't need humans to feel part of the world, right? So I feel like that is where you've been misjudged. Now, divine timing and trust has a lot to do with this whole twin flame journey as well, because I feel like that is where the divine feminines, you keep the masculines hooked. Like, they're hooked on your love. There's a song that keeps coming up, and it's called High on You. Check out that song, okay? Or just not even check out the song. Just Google High on You and see what comes up, okay? There might be like a variety of songs that you guys might connect to, but this specific one is by Survivor. And just pay attention to that. I feel like this is a masculine that's clearly stating, like, you showed up and it's your fault. It's your fault you're this magnetic. It's your fault you look this good. It's your fault you make me crave you like this, right? Karmic partners are coming to terms with you are that person. You are that person in this divine masculine's world, that you're always going to be the one. You're always going to be the one that they're focused on. Okay, so finding some kind of state of equilibrium for this masculine, like a sense of peace. And I feel like that has to do with communication or reaching out, or at least being honest with this karmic partner that you exist and that they need to explore this connection somehow. Okay, and for those of you who haven't had physical connection yet with your divine masculine, that could be your validation right there, where your divine masculine comes out and actually says, listen, I need to explore this connection. That's why this twin flame journey, like, it's not easy. It really does have the power to change things in an instant, change your whole world, and you better be prepared to stand on your own 2 feet. It pushes you to make a lot of crazy decisions, but you better be prepared to hold yourself accountable to each and every single decision that you make. Let's get the energy between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. in terms of this whole twin flame pull, okay? How is it affecting the divine masculines right now? Okay, that's way too many. Let me just put them back. What's the current energy between twin flames? Okay, so we do have the High Priestess. Okay, so I feel... Okay, so for many of you, telepathy coming back. Okay, so pay attention to the intuitive messages that are coming up. The High Priestess as well tells me that the story is not over and that another chapter is about to begin. The karmic energies as well could be trying to affect your intuition as well, trying to create resentment towards your divine masculine. But pay attention to what your thoughts are on your divine masculine. Okay, I'm also seeing too that dreams could be very significant in terms of following your intuition. Dreams are very significant when it comes to your masculine showing you how it is they feel about you and that they are in fact thinking about you. You may get glimpses of what's going on in their karmic situations as well in terms of certain endings or towers or triggers that may be happening. The High Priestess also tells me that many of the divine feminines are just observing at this time. When it comes to taking any action, I feel like a lot of your divine masculines are in the driver's seat, okay? Their world could be very chaotic right now. You could be feeling a sense of peace, but I feel like the scales are balancing. There's a lot of karma for bad decisions, and then there's a lot of rewards for, decisions made in good faith. And because of this whole twin flame journey as well, I do get for many of the divine feminines, let go or be dragged is what I'm getting for many of you, okay? Because the High Priestess here is about trust, okay? And I feel like many of you, you've truly let go of the journey, the twin flame journey, your masculine, any kind of attachment to it. And now your masculine's experiencing an ending in this karmic cycle, because the more you let go, the more they learn to let go as well. You're letting go of what doesn't serve you, which was being involved with your masculine while they were trying to work out a karmic cycle. So now that you've learned that valuable lesson of taking your power back, I feel like many of your masculines are mirroring that lesson and taking their power back in these karmic situations as well. Okay, and that's why you two can't get away from one another when it comes to this pull, this romantic feeling. It's because that feeling, that desire for one another exists to remind you, hey, yeah, make that authentic decision. Otherwise cycles are going to repeat. This intense, passionate connection between you two stands as a reminder for you to not take any shortcuts in this lifetime. Okay, it's almost like this silent, understood assignment that, okay, yes, we may get ourselves into cycles, but, we've really got to recognize when it starts repeating and when to get ourselves out. Okay, and that's why karmic situations, and that's why so many of you can feel like you're under spiritual attack on this whole twin flame journey, because, it's about moving up or ascending in this lifetime, and the karmic partners, they want lifetime after lifetime after lifetime with these twin flames, whether it's the divine feminine with their karmic partner or whether it's the divine masculine with their karmic partner. And that's how the cycles keep going and going and going, right? And that's why many of you can feel so heavily attacked. It's because they want you to call it quits, throw in the towel, so solitude is very important, not fearing solitude, not fearing loneliness. You don't need humans to interact. A lot of the times, many of you will stay stuck because you feel like, I need to keep these people around me, otherwise I'll be lonely, I won't have any friends, I won't have any... Drop them. Drop them and be on your own for a while. Go take walks in the park, talk to strangers. You'd be surprised, guys. Like, if a lot of you have pets and dogs and stuff like that, take walks. Don't rely on... And this I feel like it's a strong message too for a lot of the divine masculines. They're going to be getting dogs. I channeled this message a really long time ago in terms of getting a pet. But I feel like a lot of your divine masculines, these karmic partners have had them cornered because of loneliness, fearing loneliness. But a lot of your masculines, they're going to rise above that. they see you as well, triumphing through these moments and not fearing the solitude, not fearing the isolation, right? Because that is where we find ourselves. A lot of the times we're scared of the loneliness because it feels dark. And we don't want to go there because it triggers so much from our childhood that we don't even want to open up or reopen, but I feel like it's inevitable on this journey with twin flames, and that's why you guys keep being pulled to one another. The healing feels too good. Okay, let's wrap it up by getting one more message. What does the future hold for both of you? What is to come? Okay, so we do have that tower moment here. Okay, so the detours, but we do have divine intervention and fate. And when twin flames and fate comes up, it tells me a lot of your divine masculines are experiencing a lot of these tower moments or divine intervention for their highest good. And the dark night of the soul that ends up happening, I feel like right now many of them are... It's so funny, this apology and forgiveness card comes up. I'm going to set it aside here. But a lot's coming up for your divine masculines emotionally, okay? Their divine timing is coming up because I feel like there's this dark cloud over them, okay? They were presented with connection with their divine feminine, and I feel like just outside influences, karmic energies ended up getting the better of them. They have to forgive themselves for... I feel like being under the influence, because it's all about the soul growth and it's all about the lessons, okay? And I feel like that is what's happening in reflection right now and in the dark night of the soul, that moon energy. It's bringing up what's been covered up all along, okay? I feel like moon energy often reflects to us, like in those deep moments of introspection, people's intentions, okay? Because the moon is very intuitive, and we have the moon coming up with the high priestess. So what I feel is happening with a lot of your divine masculines is they're spending a lot of time alone, okay? Now, in spending a lot of time alone, they could be adapting a lot of healthier habits, okay? And staying sober is one of them. And I feel like many of them hold a lot of regret or feel a lot of darkness at this time because there's a lot that's being revealed, okay? Things aren't what they seem. They had a really dark impression of you, divine feminine, okay? This is how the karmic situation molded you to be. But the interesting thing is, now that your presence isn't there, many of the divine masculines are seeing the illusions with the moon card here. They're seeing the shadow sides of the karmic because your energy isn't there. You're not there to provoke things. You're not there to interact with your masculine in any way, or I feel like, again, create those illusions or take part in those illusions. Now, with you removing your energy, many of your masculines are seeing the hidden motives of other people. The high priestess comes in when we need to have our intuition on point. And many of your masculines, I feel like this part of them was shut down for a really long time. And now without you being there, with them longing for you, it's creating that telepathic pull, right? It's creating this desire for their divine feminine. And I feel like with that now comes a lot of the dreams, the synchronicities, not feeling so familiar with these karmic situations anymore. It's like the spell has worn off, okay? Sorry to talk so much about it, but that's basically like what I'm trying to say, or how I'm being shown, is like the spell has worn off. Now your masculines are missing you. They're craving you. I feel like the life that you may be living, or the energy that they may be feeling from you, it doesn't feel like they need to be repelled from it, or that they don't, like they're not familiar with it. I feel like in the past it was like, they blocked you, or they ghosted you, or just suddenly went back to some kind of karmic situation and then went deep into that karmic situation. It's like something just wasn't right there. And now they're waking up from that. And all of this, heavy emotion here is flooding through. So if a lot of you have been feeling, that equal kind of push and pull here with your divine masculines, it's because of the tower moments hitting them. Waking up and turning over and seeing the karmic in the bed next to them and the mess that they've gotten themselves into. Like, that's the vibe that I'm getting. And it's hitting even harder or even worse because I feel like a lot of them are realizing as well that, like, there's this disconnection to you. Like, there's no connection to you. They may even be resenting the karmic partner or the karmic people around them who have kept you two apart. family, friends, just not wanting to be around these people, not wanting to open up their mouth, share too much. This kind of hidden or silent resentment towards these people, now that they have been able to gain clarity and put things into perspective and realize how far both of you have strayed, and then realizing that their circle of people who are supposed to be genuine, they're now seeing their hidden motives. I feel like it's a dark place for many of your masculines right now. Okay, so a lot of you may be picking up on this energy. Try to, keep yourself clear, sage your space. It's not yours to carry. It's just part of the scales balancing. Okay, but just in case you were wondering, it's, a lot of the heavy regret that they're going through. It's like seeing you as their twin flame, as their divine feminine. They weren't able to see that before. Okay, heavy spell work, heavy illusions, a lot of dark magic. But that stuff I'm seeing, like, it's like child's play. It fizzles out. Okay, the truth is always revealed. So yeah, a lot of you might be feeling that pull from them. Okay, and how you may be feeling that pull is like just seeing their name everywhere, feeling like you need to check up on their social media. What's up with them? What's going on? It's not your energy when you don't feel like that romantic pull, that like euphoria or exhilaration when you're checking up on them, right? It's not like, oh, what are they doing? Like, oh, I missed that. It's more of just like, why am I being pulled to you? type of feeling. All right. So I hope you guys resonate and enjoy. Take it easy. And me and the Saucy Beeves will catch you in the next one. She's all hidden here. All you can see is a little kitty ear. All right, guys, take it easy. We'll catch you next time. Okay. Bye.